Hey everyone, how you doing today? Welcome back to my channel. Now today we're going to be doing a review for My Hero Academia Season 6. And to get straight to the point, My Hero Academia Season 6 is hands down the best season of My Hero Academia. Not only adapted a lot of the things I loved very, very well, but it's also elevated things I liked very, very well. And it was a big task because Season 5, let's be real, everybody knows it was a big disappointment. It should have been way better. It was rearranged arcs. Some of the animation was here and there. Wonky types of OP. It was so many problems with Season 5. In fact, I think because of Season 5, a lot of people started to fall off My Hero Academia. But with Season 6, especially with the arc that we're coming into, which was the war arc in terms of PLF war arc, which Shigaraki and the PLF army decided to go and attack the heroes, they adapted this very, very well. Now, yeah, I do have some gripes. A little bit of gripes, and that was stuff that I already mentioned in previous My Hero Season 6 videos, so you probably already know what the gripes are, but most of it, right, and 95% of this show, I have zero complaints on, because Bones really felt like they were going back to the form that they used to be in at least Season 3. Almost Season 2 level, but at least Season 3. To start off with, the voice acting, both English dub and sub, is absolutely phenomenal this season. Top tier. It's like every voice actor realized that this season was very, very important, especially to the consequences of the whole of the My Hero story. And they absolutely delivered. I would say the standouts in terms of the sub, I have watched the dub but not fully. So in terms of the sub, right, I would say the standout were hands down Deku's VA. He absolutely killed it, especially through the changes that Deku goes through. Absolutely killed it. Shigaraki's VA also killed it. I would give a mention to Hawks' VA. Hawks' VA did a fantastic job. In fact, all of them did. Even Uraka's VA did a fantastic job towards the final episodes. It's just that I feel like as a collective, the cast did a fantastic job this season. I'll say that the action definitely got ramped up. There were parts in the beginning of Season 6 where I'll admit some of the action was done in freeze frame, so it looked like, as people would joke online, slideshows, and that was a little bit distracting in the first bit of the war arc. But when I was doing the reviews initially, the week-to-week ones until I stopped, sorry about that, I tried to give them benefit of the doubt, because the thing is with this war arc is there were a lot of fights, a lot of actions and fights, at least action. There was a lot of action and a bunch of fights. So based off that, to animate all that, especially with the time that they had, of course it's not going to be that easy, so you have to cut costs in certain aspects. So I didn't mind the slideshows in the beginning, but after a while it got very, very, very prevalent, especially in the first core. But in my opinion, where this show really stands out in terms of this season is the second core. And bear in mind, the first core had a lot of the most intense moments in terms of Shigaraki is going to destroy everything. Oh my god, how are we going to stop this? And the damage that happened to heroes, the damage that happened to the society, all the different things that happened in this arc was absolutely insane. But the second half was essentially, I'm not going to spoil it for anyone, but the second half is more of an emotional half of the season. Nearly every episode I thought, wow, you've adapted this very much perfectly, or even better than I expected in certain aspects, because from beginning to end of the second core, it was just absolutely beautiful, and it was incredible as a My Hero fan to see. In this second core, the last 3 episodes had me crying pretty much every single week, and that is testament obviously to the writing of Horikoshi, but Bones did a fantastic job in production-wise in terms of the music. Speaking of that, I have to give a special mention to Yuki Hayashi, who always kills it with My Hero. Always kills it. But the music in certain scenes, the voice acting being lifted up, the animation, the shots, some of the shots that they would create in terms of portraying what Horikoshi did as an artist was really fantastic. One standout to me where I knew that Bones were really trying to elevate this was obviously, without spoiling anything, one shot with Deku towards the end of the season when a lot of things are going a bit bad and Deku's really worried. In the manga, it was literally just a freeze frame of Deku just, well, not a freeze frame. It was a panel of Deku just upset. But in the anime, they had a pan zoom, and then you just zoom into Deku's face as his worries are coming with it, and it was just so beautiful to see. So Studio Bones, well done with this season. I haven't talked about the story yet because I have read it, so it's really hard for me to really go into stories. And plus, a lot of spoilers are in that story, so it's going to be hard for me to delve into it. But I will say the story was very, very strong from Horikoshi for what he wrote. And the reason why it's so strong, and the reason why I keep on telling people, when people say, oh, My Hero is not that good because it doesn't have that many fights and there's not that intense and all that, I'm like, guys, we've been doing 5 seasons of setup. There's a reason why Horikoshi has to take his time to set up, because the payoffs hit so much harder and we don't have to have too much random setups or flashbacks or anything else, because we can just go straight into the main action. We went straight into the action for a lot of this season. We didn't really have too many backstories, no Shigaraki backstory or anything, not a Deku backstory. We were like, nah, we're going straight in, and that's going to continue into season 7. So I'm very excited to see season 7 based on how season 6 was adapted, because Studio Bones clearly understood that and they put their time into going straight into the action, especially even the fact that this season is the first season of My Hero except for season 1. Sorry, I would say, okay, other than season 1, this is the first returning season of My Hero Academia that did not have a recap. The season started straight into the action, and I'm so happy it did. And I hope they keep that trend up, especially with the way this season ends. We won't spoil it. But to try and give you a high-level talk on how the arcs are, I would say the first half arc is the PLF War arc that was hinted in the season 5. Second half is all about, without spoiling anything, is all about Deku going through the motions in terms of what it really means to be fighting AFO. The thing is with that arc, we talked about the war arc enough. Anything else will probably be spoilers. But the thing is with that Deku going through the motions arc, without spoiling anything, is that you really see Deku be vulnerable, and it's been he's always a vulnerable guy, but like you actually see him vulnerable when he knows he has like no choice but to take down AFO. But AFO is literally just breaking him down mentally bit by bit by bit. And that's why I really rate this arc. And I love the way that Studio Bones adapted it. The new characters that come in lift up the story. The older characters that returned brought back a lot of nostalgia and a lot more fun into, well, I wouldn't say fun, it's quite a depressing season, but a lot more excitement into this season. The music this season was absolutely fire. I already told you Yuki Hayashi does his job because he's just talented. I say this every season, he's just a talent. But the openings and the endings, we have to give a couple seconds on that, right? The openings and the ending this season, I think, were probably some of the best in MHA since like season 4, honestly. And that was season 4 part arc 1. That's the last time I said, oh, these openings are top tier. This season had both openings being some of the best ever. And it's testament to not only the song choices were fire, but the animation and the art styles of them. Oh my God, the first opening for season 6 is like a cartoon. It's not a cartoon, a comic book coming to life, which was so damn cool. Especially with my favorite shot from that opening is Shiggy just going ham, like, oh my goodness. And then we come on to the second opening, which is just emotional. And then even that, the animation by Nakamura, oh my days, absolutely insane. Both those openings are incredible. And then the endings slap. The first ending just felt like you've just been out of a rush of a battle, like you're just seeing the aftermath and you're just like, oh my God, man, this is sad. And then you come to the second ending where it's literally just us going through the whole motions of, it's kind of like the season 4 opening where you just see all of the motions of all the experiences that Deku has gone through in terms of the whole My Hero story. And you're seeing that with an emotional track, especially with what the arc is. It was just, oh my God, that thing really, really hit. Overall, My Hero Academia Season 6 is absolutely fantastic. This is the best season of My Hero Academia, and I would say it's one of the best anime seasons ever. Bones surprised me. I'm not gonna lie. I was going into the season a little bit worried because Season 5 was weird. And I also had my complaints through the weeks, because if you had seen through the weeks, I was complaining about things here and there. Maybe I was nitpicking, because overall as a package, I have to say thank you, Bones. You did everything I wanted with this season. You gave me beautiful animation, you gave me beautiful voice acting, and you showed me that My Hero Academia can still be a top tier show that can match the writing of Horikoshi. Let's give season 6 a score. If I was to rate the other seasons, I would say season 1 is an 8.5, season 2 is a 9, season 3 is an 8.5, season 4 is a 9, season 5, 7. I think I gave it 7.5, but let's okay. Do you know what? I'll give it 7.5. It was decent. It just wasn't great. This season of My Hero Academia season 6 gets a 9.5. Best season of My Hero. Studio Bones, keep it up, and I'm looking so forward to season 7 because that season is gonna be crazy. Oh my god! Like if you thought season 6 was wild, wait till season 7. So that's my review of My Hero Academia Season 6. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Let me know in the comment section. I'm open to discussion. If you want more on this review, I'm going to be talking way more in depth into the My Hero Academia Season 6 in the Dropped in 3 channel. I'm going to post it. I keep on forgetting. I think it's this way. So I think it's here. And I hope you come down and see it. And then also on Sunday, if you're a manga only specifically, I'm going to talk about Season 6 and what the implications mean for Season 7 based off what we know in the manga. How, will Studio Bones adapt things well? Will do they remove things, etc.? So if you want to see that, come check out on my channel tomorrow. But Dropped in 3 will have the full review on the Dropped in 3 channel, which I'll link in the video. So thank you very much for watching again. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel for more on pop culture and entertainment. I hope you have a great day. I hope you stay safe, and I'll see you soon. All right, bye.